I'm going to show you my recipe for a quick glow sandwich. This is a makeup technique that I have done many times on clients, and you can see some references here of my work, and I also like to do it on myself, and you can do it on yourself because it's so quick. First ingredient is liquid highlighter. This is going to go straight on to bare skin. So obviously moisturizer, any skincare, and just selective little areas of shine. I'm just going to blend those out all across my cheeks, nose, lips, just above my brows. Ingredient 2, base products. I'm going to go over the top. I'm using tint, but you can use foundation if you need a little bit of extra coverage. So this is really about thin layers. It's the thinnest possible layer of highlighter and the thinnest possible layer of tint, because you can always use concealer or foundation to go back in and cover little bits of skin that need more coverage. But overall, I want this to be almost behave like one thin layer of product. So I'm just going to use some foundation, really just on my chin. And this has less of a glowy finish. I'm going to use it around the center of my face. Oh, here's Ted. Ted. Come on. I hope he's going to do a fashion talk for us. So I'm just using, anywhere need a little bit of extra coverage, just around the center of my face. Ted's just come to check the makeup. He's looking at me, he's fuming. He said that base needs some mattification. It's all right, Ted, I'm going to do a little bit more matte stuff in a minute because I'm doing a glow sandwich. Ted's just had a colonic a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, he had to go to hospital for it. So he's just recovering now, but he is back into fashion talking. And obviously, if I'm doing my makeup, he wants to know what the look is. So I'm going to finish the look and then I'm going to present it to you. Is that okay? Okay. Just going to do a little bit under my eyes. Of course, you can use concealer. This is just my foundation. Oh no, I've got a cat hair, a Ted hair on my brush. Here we go. Ted's upset that I've told everyone he's just had a colonic because that was his private business. But I said no, everyone's very understanding. Before I move on with what I need to do next, I'm actually just going to put a little bit of lipstick on and pencil. Oh my God, I've got cat hairs everywhere. Ooh, use the same colour. There's a little bit of blush. I'm actually going to use my lip pencil now, just to soften the edges. This is really natural makeup, easy makeup. Okay, I'm going to do a tiny bit of powdering and put a touch of mascara on, and then I'm going to do my final touch to complete my glow sandwich. Okay, I'm also just going to do my eyebrows. Just going to go through with a tinted gel. I'm going to powder the center of my face. Just use a small brush for this, not a great big powder brush. I love kind of just choosing where I want to powder and where I want to leave the glow. In general, the center of the forehead, in between the eyes, the sides of the nose, the sides here across the top lip, center of the chin, and then also for me it would be here as well, just under the cheek, just because I have big pores there and I get oily there. So that's where an area that I would always give a little dab of powder to. Mascara's next, just curling my lashes. I'm going to use my Kitten Lash mascara in black. I'm going to put a light layer on. I'm not really going to do any eye makeup because I have already my highlighter on my eyes. So you can see it on the brow bone there. And because it has this tightening effect, it kind of smooths the lid out nicely. I mean, obviously, if you want to sculpt or you always wear eyeliner, then add your eyeliner to this look. So the second part of the sandwich, or the final part of the sandwich, is to now go back in with the tiniest bit of highlighter just onto the center of where I used it before. So whereas it was all over my cheeks, it's now just tapping an extra bit right into the center there. A little bit down the side of my nose, tiny, tiny brush, and then just picking up those areas. So the corner of the eyes again, kind of sandwiching in what I've done before. So before I had highlighter, then I put tint over, I put a little bit of foundation, and this is the final touch. And because I didn't go heavy with powder in this area, I'm able to very carefully add an extra layer there. But it still looks natural. It's not becoming kind of crazy metallic. And then as a final touch, hydrating mist. I'm going to give this a second just to dry in. I'm almost going to kind of push it into the skin as well because it's another layer of hydration, which just helps to plump up the skin a little bit more. But once it's dry, it really just sets everything nicely. So that is my glow sandwich technique. So easy to do. It's so quick. It's foolproof. Try it.
Ted, what do you think?